Hello, my friend. My name is Stephanie Arwine. Yes, that's the picture of me in the center of your screen. Not sure how you found it. Perhaps you're part of our mini boot camp. This is day 8 of our mini boot camp. If you happen to found this on YouTube, my YouTube channel, great. Welcome. Today, again, we're going to talk specifically about email marketing to your list the right way. If perhaps you found me on my YouTube channel and you have not signed up for my mini boot camp, please feel free to do that. It is free. It's one of the things that I have chosen to give back to the community to help everyone just like me. I was struggling when I first got started, so I want to give back to what I've learned and share with you. So feel free on the bottom below this video, if you haven't already, click on the link and get part of my boot camp. And again, it's free. It's absolutely free. We'll just put you on the list and send you the stuff as we come out. But again, for those of you who've been following me, this is day 8 of our our boot camp training. We're going to be talking about email marketing the right way. Now, one of the first things we want to talk about when we talk about email marketing is actually an autoresponder. And I'm not going to teach you today how to use the autoresponder. That's for another video lesson. But let me tell you what an autoresponder is in its most simplest forms. When you've been on other people's list, I'm sure. You've signed up, you've clicked on it, you've opted into their program, and all of a sudden you're wondering how they know to email you. Well, you've opted in and gotten on their list. The way we use autoresponders is so that you don't have to spend all day long recreating and being creative and sending out email every day to the list in the correct order. You can actually get an email autoresponder that works out to send to people that are on your list. Now, this doesn't just work for online marketing. I had a pest control business, and I had people subscribe. You've heard it on probably subscribe to my newsletter. Well, if you subscribe to my newsletter, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on my list, and you have given me permission to send you periodically information about my product, my service, maybe some specials I'm running, etc. Now, that's true with the brick and mortar business. As far as our online business, we use our autoresponder in a variety of different ways. The typical way that most people use, and I think it's the wrong way, is just to slam people with buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Unfortunately, for those people who do it that way, most people today have gotten used to that, and they don't even open your email list anymore. So we want to create value, and I'm going to talk about that later today during the training. So what kind of autoresponder and where should you get one? There are quite a few very good ones, and I've used several of them. So my favorite one is GetResponse, and the reason I like it is because it works well with the software package that I'm promoting. It's real easy to click. I've got some options with GetResponder that I don't have with other autoresponders that I've tried. I have used Pure Leverage in the past. That worked very, very well for me. I really enjoyed that. But I found I was using GetResponse. I was using GetResponse and I was using Pure Leverage at the same time. And I found that GetResponse was much easier to use, much easier to track, and quite honestly, it didn't cost me quite as much. So it doesn't matter which autoresponder that you use. If you already have an autoresponder and you're happy with that, by all means, stay with it. If you'd like to check out GetResponse, I'll leave a link to that so that you can check it out on your own, decide which one works best for you. But I do like GetResponse. It actually also gives me the option if I find an email that someone's opened up, and I've gotten quite a few responses off of it, I can actually go back and resubmit that email to the ones who didn't open up, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. So anyway, first you need to do is find an email responder. I like GetResponse, but I will say that there are several others that are very good out there. All right, here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to be talking about how to email the right way. Too often I see email marketers, as I mentioned before, that all they do is you get on their list, you didn't buy the first time, so they're going to spend the next 100 days or so trying to get you to convince you to buy their stuff. I happen to think that that's the wrong way to email, and we're going to talk about what you should do. We're going to talk about today about how to give value to your list so that they love you. We're going to talk about why stories make you more money. We're also going to be talking about how to make the most money from your list. We're going to answer the question that most people ask me a lot is how often should you email your list? And there's different opinions about that. I'll give you mine. And then we're also going to find out how to get your subscribers to build your list for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, let's talk about, first of all, how to email the right way. I've given you before that how most marketers do. You need to do the opposite. That's number 3. I'm skipping ahead. Do the opposite of what 90% of people are doing. Most people are just sending in their email list and continuing to tell them why they should buy their stuff. My thought process and what's worked best for me is to build trust and provide value. You see, I've seen people who have monitored and managed to create wealth with only a few people on their list, while other people's may have hundreds of thousands of people on their list and they're not making as much money. And in my way of thinking, the reason they do that is those people that have the fewer number on their list, although they don't have as many people, their list is not as large. They have created such a great loyal and following by giving value. Those people that are on their list trust them. And whenever you come up with a new product for people to suggest to try, they're more likely to at least look at it to see if it's a good fit for them. So be sure and build trust and provide value. By doing that, you're going to create a core group of customers, and that's what you're looking for. You're not trying to sell to everybody. Everybody's not going to buy from you. What you're looking for is those few that will follow you. They know, like, and trust you to buy the offer that you're doing. Number 4 is don't churn and burn. By what I mean by that simply is don't send them an offer for this product today, then turn around tomorrow and send them another product, and then tomorrow, the next day, send them another product, and then the fourth day, go back to the first product, and then go to the second one, and just keep going and going and going, because what we're going to find out is that people don't buy from you, and the reason they don't buy from you, and because the reason they stop opening your email in the first place, is just they're confused. They don't know what you're promoting. They don't know how you're promoting, and they're just tired of getting crap from you. So don't churn and burn. That's the fastest way to burn out a list. That's why some people who may have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on their list, they have a large list, but nobody's buying from them. And number 5, this is an old adage I first heard from Zig Ziglar. I'm sure you've heard it before. Is that the more you help other people and get what they want, the more people will help you get what you want. And that's very, very true in every line of aspect of business, whether it's online or offline. It does not matter what the product is. It does not matter what you're promoting. It does not matter if you're not promoting anything. Simply do the right thing. Have the right core values. Now, how do you provide value? I'm going to be honest with you. This is the thing that I was taught and I heard when I first started internet marketing. But I asked myself over and over and over, how can I provide value? I'm brand new in the industry. I don't even know how this thing works. How can I know email marketing, but I really don't know email. So how can I provide value? Well, one of the things you can do by providing value is don't send a different product every day. We've talked about that. Stick with whatever product you're doing. If you like it, if you believe in it, then stick with it. And oh, by the way, if you happen to hear some clicking in the background, I've got 2 big dogs and a hardwood floor. So I apologize for the background noise. They're kind of wandering in and out, so I apologize for that. Back to number 1. Don't mail a different product every day. Whatever widget you're promoting, whether it's my product or whether it's another product, don't jump from product to product to product. Stick with it for 6 months, for 90 days to 6 months, preferably 6 months to a year, and stay with that. And don't send them, because you're going to confuse your audience, and they're going to quit opening your email, and then now you've got a large list with nothing to show for it. Keep your audience engaged. By keeping your audience engaged, you can go to a rankings website, and you can find out what's currently trending and write a topic about that and get interaction with your email list and get them commenting on it and make a video about it and get them commenting on it. You don't have to always simply be saying, buy my stuff, okay? Share your thoughts and opinions. Again, go to Alexa rankings. That's a great place to go and see what's trending, what topics are on the list right now. You can even be trying to get opinions about different products. But again, just give your opinions and don't slam people. I mean, I can't say that enough. Number 4, give proof content. What I simply mean by that, if you're trying to promote a product, use the testimonials. Now, whatever product you're going, if you go to their main website, they are always soliciting testimonials. Why? Testimonials sell. So use those testimonials, and you don't put the testimonials down there and say that that's what you're saying, or that's what your opinion is, or that's what your experience. Just simply say, this is what others are saying. Sometimes finding out what others are saying rather than what you're saying is a bigger seller than just you telling them it's a good thing. And you can use that in your emails, you can use it in your video training, you can use it in your blog post, or a combination of videos inside your blog post. That works as well. Obviously, that's what I did with this one today. But anyway, those proof contacts should be able to help them solve problems or learning. And if you don't know what that is, sit down and write the questions that you have today, wherever you are in your journey, whether starting out yesterday or you've been in business for a year. What are you struggling with? What things frustrate you? Because if they frustrate you or they confuse you or you had a hard time learning it, chances are pretty good that someone else, somewhere else can relate. Okay? And finally, number 5, over-deliver on everything. In other words, make them feel like they stole information from you. That's really, really important. Stories make you money, believe it or not. Stories help you people relate to you. I recently posted a blog post. I've been in the business for over a year now, and I had never put out an About Me page or Who Am I page. And I really didn't do that because quite honestly, I didn't know what to say. Quite honestly, I thought, who cares? But again, listening to my mentor, and I have become a student of the game. I learn something every day. I work on my mindset every day. I listen to videos and new videos and training videos every day. I've found out that stories really do help people relate to you. One of the things, the biggest complaints I hear when I hear feedback on some of my videos are that, number one, there's no support, they don't know who to contact, and they feel like they can contact me. Secondly is, when I do put out something like the About Me page that I recently put out on my blog post, I was surprised at how many people responded positively, and their comments were really quite simple. It's really great to put a story with a name and a face. It gets us to know you better. And once you start building those relationships, it's the relationship, again, back to the people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So be sure to do that. Excuse me, the other thing, stories keep people entertained. If you're just telling them facts, this just the facts, man, those factual testimonials, those factual places have their place. But don't forget to keep putting in stories. Even if you're trying to teach something, putting in a story makes a difference. Again, people don't like to be sold to. People like to buy, but they don't like to be sold to. They want it to be their idea. It's their idea to buy because you have given them value, not because you've told them that they should buy it. And number 4, we've said it again, but I continue to say it throughout all my trainings, is that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. What you want to do with your stories, your comments, your videos, your blogs, is you want to become the expert in whatever widget you're promoting. All right, so how do we make money from your list? This is my favorite thing. First of all, you need to focus on one key business and find relevant products that complement your main offer. For instance, for me, my key business is actually Empower Network. That's my core business, if you will. My relevant or products that complement it are actually the iPass 2 systems. You really need to promote products that have a low, medium, and high ticket products. Well, when I combine iPass 2 with Empower Network, I have all of that combined. I have the trial offers, I have the low ticket items, I have the medium ticket items, and then I have the real powerhouse of marketing on the back end. Now, the reality is you are going to get a very small percentage of individuals who actually purchase your high-ticket products. However, it's important to have them in there because that's where you're going to make the money. But it's also just as equally important to have those low trial offers and funded proposals that make you what I call them now money, so you'll be able to promote and build and have money in the bank. But let's face it, I don't know how many people get really excited about making $7 unless you've never made $7. And if you make $31 in a week and you haven't made any money in the last 3 months, that $31 does not sound very good. But if you're seeing it starting to be consistent and build, all of a sudden now you're excited and you're more willing to promote that item. So make sure you have low, medium, and high ticket products. That's what we have with the combination of iPass 2 and Empower Network. Number C, don't promote junk. I see a lot of people doing out there. I see a lot of things in that that are out there that really don't have value. I will tell you, I check on a website that shows me the different products that are coming out, and I'm telling you what, every day of the week another product is coming out, and some of those products are being promoted by the same people. They've just reinvented, twisted it, or come up with another product. Yeah, it's great to promote your own product. Yeah, you'll make more money because it's your product and you'll get more of the profits from it. However, don't promote junk. I'm going to leave that as your interpretation and move on. D, laser target your messages and explain why they need it. Why do you need the product? I'm doing that with this video. Why do you need low and medium and high ticket products? Because with the low ticket products, you're going to see people have success. When people have success, they're more likely to stick to it. And then by showing them how it will help them and what they can achieve by purchasing your products. Always use reviews to sell your products. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but on every website, I don't care what products you're promoting, if you'll go back to the home website or their Facebook pages or their social networks, you're going to find testimonials of what other people are saying about the product. Use those reviews to sell your products. Okay, how often do you need to email your list? Now, this is a point of controversy because I have listened to quite a few different people and have come up with different answers from people that I know, like, and trust. But it seems to me, as the more research I do, that those who are successful in the business, and when I mean successful, they're making 6 and 7 figures annually, they are doing it 1 to 2 times a day. Some will tell you at least do it 2 to 3 times a week. But those that I've followed are doing it 1 to 2 times a day. And what time do you do it? Well, remember, this is a worldwide business. When you do online marketing, you have access to prospects around the globe. And so everyone is at a different time zone. What I have found to be the most successful is to do it about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then again about 7 to 8 o'clock at night. Now, what's nice about the autoresponders that we talked about earlier is you can actually have those created so they're timed and they go out when you want them. You set it, create your autoresponder, you create your email, and then you can actually tell your autoresponder what day and what time of that day to send it. And if you have different lists, you can tell it which list to send it to it as well. Number 2, when you're sending those 1 to 2 times a day, don't pitch. Excuse me, don't send your pitch in every email. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. Don't pitch in every email. Again, people get tired of that and they'll stop opening. And you'll get to 1,000 people on your list, but it's worthless because nobody's opening. And I'm going to tell you that I made that mistake when I first got started, and I was confused because I was one of those that had this big list, but nobody was opening the list, and I couldn't figure out why. Then I found someone that I can follow, and if you're following my mini bootcamp, you'll remember that I said in one of my first training camps, first emails, to go ahead and find 1 or 2 leaders in your business and find out what they're doing. Well, when I started doing that, and I realized the type of value that my mentors were sending, I said, well, I can do that. I have learned something. I can learn, do, and teach. Again, something I preach every video, learn, do, teach. I've learned some things. I've practiced those. Now I'm teaching it. And giving value in your emails will it hasn't been a night and day difference in the number of emails that I get opening. For value emails, use your blog post. In other words, don't just send a really long email, which you can do. You can shorten that email and let them know that for further information and for further reading, and then give them a link to the blog post that's related to your email. Send videos to talk about and tutorials as far as your blog post as well. And then here's something that I'll be honest with you, I only learned this recently, and it's something that I like about GetResponse that I can do with the GetResponse autoresponder that I didn't find that I could do with the other autoresponders that I've tried. You can actually send an email to your unopened for your promotions. Here's what I mean by that. Let's say you sent out 1,000 emails. Now, I will tell you that I've learned that for most cases, people have told me that if you send out 1,000 emails and you get a 1 to 2% return, that's people that open, that's pretty normal. Now, that sounded low to me, but my research, especially before I started giving value emails, was about right. I was having even a 0.5% to 1% open rate. But every now and then I would get lucky. I don't know how, but I would get lucky and I would get to send out an email that had like a 3, 4, 5%, sometimes even a 50% open rate. But having looked at that, 50% of 1,000 means that 500 still has not opened it. Did you get that? 500 opened, but 500 also did not open my email. Well, I know this particular email had value because of the high percentage of people that actually did open it. So what I'm going to do, and I can do this through GetResponse, the autoresponder GetResponse, I'm going to resend that exact same email, maybe give it a different title, something that's more likely to get them to open it, but I'm going to send that same content, and I'm only going to send it to those that did not open it the first time. And I want you to hear what I'm saying. Only send it to those that did not open it before. If you just broadcast it to everyone, now you're going to piss off the 500 that did open it. You can do that with GetResponse. I won't train that in this particular video, but you can do that. All right. And finally, you can have your subscribers build your list. This is my favorite because it's the easiest. If you're giving your list value and they're actually opening your stuff and they're opening and going to your blog post, you can actually ask them to like and share your content. Now, I do this sometimes even with my social media. I will post my blog post or my video or my email or to Twitter and Pinterest and a plethora of other places, that social networking sites that I'm a member of, and I'm going to ask them to like and share my content. You need to do that with all of your call to action. If you found value, please like and share this contact. That sends it, if you'll notice the picture with your social networking on your screen, that sends it out to everybody. So now you've actually sent out your messages to thousands of more people than are even currently on your list. And some of those may find enough value that they click on your link and now they're on your list. By providing value, they are going to sing your praises. When they're making comments with your information, they'll actually also leave positive comments so that when somebody else looks at your video, they're going to look at positive comments that somebody else made, which will make that person more likely to watch the video, more likely to click on your link, and all of a sudden now that's building your list. All right, this is my last slide for you today. Here's some helpful tips to make more money and put more money in your pockets. First of all, do broadcast often to get better. You're not going to know. You're going to make mistakes. That's okay. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Read all the emails of people you subscribe to. And I don't mean just get them and they're in your email box and delete them. Open them. Read them. Click on their links. See what they're doing. Take what you like, what you find value in, and repurpose it. Now, I'm not talking about copying and pasting, but I'm talking about learn what you learn from someone else. Practice what you've just learned, and then you can use that to teach others. Follow the winners, and of course, then ditch the losers. If they're not providing you value, then unsubscribe and move on. Again, don't ever send them even to a fellow marketer. Don't mark that content as spam. Leave them alone. Just simply unsubscribe to their list. You don't have to mark them as spam. Okay, start writing emails before you have any list. This was the one that blew me away when I learned this, because guess what? While you're writing those emails, you're getting better. You're writing your own emails. You're going to screw up. You can go back and tweak it. Not tweet it. You can tweet it, but that's not what I'm talking about. You can go back and see how many people open it. If people are not opening it, maybe you can tweak it and try it again. And finally, focus on what people want, desire, and what kind of lifestyle they wish to obtain. The first place to look at that is within. What are you looking for? We talked about that on day one. What is your why? Is your why to fire your boss? Is your why to spend more time with your family? Is your why to travel more? Is your why to get out of debt? Or is your why life-changing money and you want to buy an RV and spend the whole year just traveling in the United States? Is your why to travel the world? Whatever your why is, someone else has that same why. If you don't have a why, look to see what other people's why are. Again, go back to step B. Read all the emails of people you subscribe to. See what they're doing. Learn from others. Learn from those that are being successful. Again, this is, in conclusion, this is a way that in my opinion, the email marketing the right way and not the wrong way. Let me go back and remind you, we're not going to be slamming on all our email lists. We're not going to be sending buy my stuff all the time. We're going to provide value. And if you don't remember how, please feel free to stop this video, go back, rewind it, watch it several times. And most importantly, again, this is free information I'm giving back to the community. If you found value in this particular video, please feel free to share it with your social network, with Google Plus, with Pinterest, with Twitter, with your Facebook page. Feel free to share that because we want to help the community to grow and be better. To your prosperity, this is Stephanie Arwine signing off, and I'll see you in the next video.